Okay, Mr. Ramirez, would you mind telling me, at the night of your fight with Officer Levy, had you been drinking at all?
Yes, I had been drinking.
Now, you shared a six-pack with your friends while you were watching the NBA game, didn't you?
Yes, that's correct.
Now, after you finished watching the NBA game, you went out to a couple of bars in the city, didn't you?
Yes.
Now, Mr. Ramirez, do you remember the name of the first bar that you went to?
No, I don't remember its name.
Now, while you were at that bar, do you remember how many drinks you had?
A couple.
And what did you drink?
Scotch and water.
Okay. And after you left that bar, did you go to a second bar?
Yes, we did.
And do you remember the name of the second bar?
No.
Now, Mr. Ramirez, while you were at the second bar, did you have anything else to drink?
Yeah, I had another couple of drinks.
Still scotch and water?
Yes.
Now, do you know what time you left that bar?
Just before 2.
And that's in the morning, isn't it?
Yes, that's correct.
Now, after you left the bar, you went to the park, didn't you, with your friends as well?
Yes, we all went together.
And you had a race there, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, and this was just after you had left the bar, pretty much just after, so it was a couple of minutes later, maybe 5-10 minutes later, something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Yep. And how were you feeling after you had finished off your race?
Oh, pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it was, little did I know last time I would run a race, but yeah, I felt good because I'd won, so exhilarated.
So after you had the race with your friends, you pretty much immediately drove back to where you would watch the NBA game to get into your own car, didn't you?
That's correct.
Yep. So you pretty much started driving home from your friend's house, didn't you?
Yep. Yeah, well, forgot.
Yeah, so you started driving home from your friend's house, and you had shared a six-pack and had 4 or 5 drinks of scotch and water?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, now while you were driving home, you saw Officer Levy and Officer Waldman's car. Now, why didn't you overtake that car when you were behind it?
Every time I tried to overtake the car, they swerved back in front of me, so I wasn't able to overtake them.
Yeah. Now, when you, after, you had been trying to overtake them and everything, did you start yelling at them?
Yes, I did.
Now, as far as you know, you were probably the first person who started yelling, didn't you?
Probably, but it's hard to tell because they were in their car and I was in mine.
Okay. Now, do you remember what you started yelling at Officer Levy?
I think I probably called him an idiot and so forth, and, what kind of driver was he, that kind of thing.
And did you say anything more to Officer Levy? Anything at all about him being a bad driver?
Yeah, I think I probably told him I was sick of the idiot drivers in the area and that if he didn't apologise to me, he was going to be sorry.
Okay. Now, have you ever seen this knife?
Can't say I have.
Did you have it in your car at the time of the fight between you and Officer Levy?
No.
So you didn't have it in the car at the night? Any time during that night?
No.
Okay. Now, Mr. Ramirez, you're left-handed, aren't you?
Yes.
Now, the vehicle that you're driving, both the glove compartment and the little compartment between the middle of the 2 front seats, both of those are on the right-hand side, aren't they?
That's correct.
Now, if you're wanting to get an item out of the glove compartment or the compartment between the seats, would you have used your right hand?
Maybe.
Okay, now at school, you got into a couple of fights, didn't you?
Yeah, like most kids.
And during one of those fights, there were broken bones, weren't there?
Yes.
And while you were at school, you also got into trouble for possessing alcohol, didn't you?
That's correct.
Okay, Mr. Ramirez, thank you.